How's it going, everyone? My name is Artemis Abaddon, and today I'm coming at you with some Destiny 2 quick play gameplay. It's going to be on Titan Pacifica. I'm going to be using the Vigilance Wing mostly, but there's a couple things I want to talk about. One of them being Destiny 2 itself and the state of PvP, given that the meta has changed now, even though I'm still using Vigilance Wing, go figure, right? But the meta has changed, and the slots have changed. A lot of times out there you'll be seeing Telesto, you'll be seeing Crimson still, and you'll be seeing other weapons like that. The big topic right now is the Telesto. It is incredibly strong in PvP. I run it often when I play PvP. If other people run it, you have to run it. It's the only way you'll be able to close the distance usually. It just takes no skill whatsoever, and it does absurd damage. A lot of people don't want it to get nerfed because if it gets nerfed in PvP, it gets nerfed in PvE. In PvE, it's also incredibly strong. You can one-phase a lot of bosses if other people have it or if they have a Whisper. It does immense damage. But that's part of the problem with Destiny PvP is that things that are strong in PvE are strong in PvP and vice versa. And there has to be a way to balance it. If people, I faced a team, I play competitive as well. The competitive playlist, I used to play it a lot. But they said that in Season 4 it was going to change in terms of the loss system, and I wanted to give it a shot, but it looked like it didn't come out in this newest patch that dropped, so I'm staying away from it. It's difficult as a solo player. I play PvP completely solo, and it's just not viable for me to grind out that much time to be facing teams of 4. At any rate, let's talk about something else. Skill-based matchmaking. This is a big thing in Destiny 1 that people were upset about happening. And a lot of people are complaining about it now, and I believe that the only reason people are talking about it now is because they picked up PvP again and they're noticing how it is. I do pretty well for myself in PvP. I'm not the best. I have issues. I've been falling off lately. However, when I was doing better, when I first got into the game and everything, it was, a slaughter fest, okay? To be blunt about it. After a while, I started facing teams of 4, teams of 6. Everybody in my group, in terms of the people that joined me in the Quickplay playlist, all of a sudden, they were all solo players. The most I have are maybe groups of 2, groups of 3. But a lot of times what will happen when you're at a certain skill level in PvP is that you'll be joining games in progress, you'll be joining games against teams, and that's the majority. A lot of my games off late have been against teams, have been games in progress, and there's no avoiding it. This was happening before the patch came out, so I know people are talking about the skill-based matchmaking now, but it was absolutely a thing before this recent patch. And I know Bungie will always deny it. They have denied it in the past and got called out on it and had to admit to it being present when it was. I know it's there again, and I'm not complaining about it, but I'm saying their denial of it is something that shouldn't be overlooked because it is a thing in Destiny 2, and it is a thing currently. And if for whatever reason you don't believe me, feel free to look up my profile on Guardian GG or Destiny Tracker or something like that. Look at my last games, the games that aren't complete blowouts either way, whether it's me facing a team, whether it's me and my team destroying another team. All the other games, with mostly the defeats, even some of the victories, are incredibly close games. The ELO system on those sites are pretty close in terms of the average players and in terms of the spread of the tiers of the people in it. And that is something that you could see throughout my entire match history. I've been playing the last 2 weeks, so that's just a word for the people out there that doubt it. Just putting that out there. What's the meta now? What's everybody using? Everybody can use anything. Damage is up to very high. Vigilance Wing still does good. Graviton Lance still does good. However, you should be changing your loadout depending on the map. You can do that now. Primary shotguns, things like that. Close the distance with close range SMG. High RPM assault rifles are doing well. Foregone Conclusion is great. The Raid assault rifle is also very good right now. Very powerful. Not all 600 RPM assault rifles are good. That avoid 721s. SMGs are very good at close range, very powerful. However, Telesto is very strong. You get kills across the map, you get kills at close range. It only takes maybe 4 of the rounds, basically. It sprays maybe like a cluster of 8, and only 4 of them are needed to kill, and they do kill. They will melt people. If somebody's running at you with shoulder charge, if somebody's coming at you with the super, it takes, I believe, 3 rounds with the super, like 3 shots, and it'll kill them. Will you be able to get those off? Not usually, but it does a lot of damage. A lot of things have changed, and The fact is that whatever the meta may be now or may become within these next couple days before Forsaken is going to change when Forsaken comes out yet again. However, I do very much feel like Telesto should be reined in before it gets out of control, because people want to have fun in this game, and I get that. PvE is incredibly fun, and it's fun being able to use overpowered weapons. People use the Whisper. I haven't got it yet. I just got this game 2 weeks ago, to be transparent. I haven't even done that. I did complete the raid recently. I was able to find a group, luckily, and we did complete it. I have not done the Whisper of the Worm, and that gun's incredibly overpowered in PvE. As much as people will dislike people talking about the Telesto, the Besto, and how strong it is incredibly strong, and in PvP, it needs to be changed. They could somehow separate the sandboxes or do something like that, or even lessen the amount of rounds it could hold, make it like heavy. Not make it like heavy, but maybe make it hold less rounds in the clip or something along those lines. I really firmly believe it needs to be changed. And I know people won't agree with that, but it is a problem. And when you face an entire team that has Telestos in a comp game, if you're just playing survival, if you're playing a comp game and you're playing Countdown where you have 1 life for the round and the entire enemy team has shotgun and Telestos, you're going to get destroyed. There's no avoiding that. So given that I play as a solo player, I'll give you some good tips for solo players, whether it's competitive or quick play. What you can do, the best thing that you could possibly do, is stick with your team. I'm not sure if the gameplay that I'm going to be posting really reflects me doing that. However, it is very good to stick with your team. It doesn't matter if you... Kill death ratio doesn't matter, okay? Even if it's Clash, who cares? The fact is that you're putting bullets in the enemy, and it will give you the assist, okay? And that's what matters most, is that kills are getting put on the board, and when teammates are firing with you, people go down even faster. The only time to start thinking about being a little bit further away from teammates is when you see that enemies have supers up, when you look at the scoreboard or things like that, or you know it's about time, because you know everybody will get melted at once, and that's a big buff for the enemy team. That's the best advice. Also, it's no one when to choose your battles, when to run away, when to not run away with your tail between your legs, but if you're playing Clash or something, or anything, really, Control too, and you want to hold down a point, if you could capture the point by yourself, perfect. But if you're only at maybe 60% and there's 4 blips on your map, 4 guys coming at you, you might want to get out of dodge, okay? Because it's like, you're not going to cap it. It's good that you're getting the guys to run over there and distracting them. You're not going to live. And this is especially important in Clash or in Countdown or in other things where it's like you have that life that you need to preserve for your team. So you need to relocate. Especially at the spawn switch, you need to try to get back to where you can regroup with your team. Another thing is choosing your battles. You set the battlefield, okay? If you run out in the open, you're going to get shot in the open. But if you have something like a pulse rifle, something like a scout rifle, you make sure that battle is at a distance. You could set that distance. You find a spot, you find the points, you learn the map. And then you go to those positions, they are able to get good sights on that, good line of sight, and things like that. For your secondary, for the close range, if you're using long range weapons, put an SMG, put a sidearm, something that will close that distance. It's very important that you know your battles, you know when you're going to win or lose, and you know if you can win or lose it. That's something that a lot of players don't know. A lot of people coming to Destiny have prior experience in other games, and this isn't like other games, sadly. You can't just run through by yourself, kill the entire team. It does happen, sure. Especially with this new meta that's going on and the new slot changes, it can happen. But the fact is that 90% of the time, 80% of the time, it's not. And that's just the reality of it. And in terms of making up for that lack of communication if you're a solo player, again, the best thing you can do is stick with your team, because even if you're not communicating, you're riding that wave. It's like if everybody's going to B, you're going to B. If people split, if one person goes to A, maybe back that guy up, because you know he's going to die on his own, and maybe you guys could cause a ruckus. Maybe you could help each other out. So it's important to pay attention to what's going on in your gameplay. This will probably be the final tip. One important thing that you should do is commit to your kills. You might think, oh, it takes 3 rounds. It takes 3 bursts from a Vigilance Wing to kill this guy, okay? Say you miss your shot. You miss out on that kill. If you just continue firing until you're sure that guy is down, if you're getting hit and you don't know how much more this guy needs to go down, you commit to that kill, because you need to get that kill on the board. If you're going to go down, you want to go down with a kill. So you don't want to go down alone. So you keep firing. And that's one of the best things that you could do, because sometimes, especially if you get your aim accurately towards their head, you could take out the guy before they take you out. It happens a lot because people will freak out when they're getting shot, and people will not be able to handle it. Okay, they won't be able to commit to that kill. But if you can, you will win a lot of shootouts that others won't. So that's another good thing to keep in mind. Forsaken's dropping the 4th of September. new weapons are going to be out, new armors are going to be out. A lot of things may change. Tomorrow, September 1st, we got a Gambit coming out, a demo for 24 hours. That might be something new to play. That's PvE and PvP mixed, which I think is a part of a lot of these weapons changing. So we have to see how things go. But as for right now, a lot of things are stronger now, and the meta is going to change, so there is no real meta. I'd say one of the most powerful things out there, though, is the Telesto. If you see it, watch out. Try to get them to use their rounds somehow. You need to be careful, though, because those rounds stick to people that it hits, and they can explode. It explodes not long after that, and it can cause you to die. And if people put it on the ground and you walk into it, it can kill as well. So you need to be aware of your surroundings. If you know people are using that in the game, you'll hear it. You'll know the sound it makes after you play against somebody that has it. That's something to look out for. That's a serious threat in the Crucible right now. So keep an eye out, folks. All that being said, if you'd like to see more Destiny content, please let me know. I play a lot of Crucible. I'll surely play a lot of Gambit. I very much enjoy it. I have a lot of games that I captured of Crucible that I could post from the old meta, some from the new meta, not as much obviously. I'll definitely be recording more, I'll definitely be putting out some more Gambit, some Forsaken stuff. So just let me know if that's what you'd like to see. I hope this video helped. If it did, let me know down below. If you like Destiny content, if you want to see more, think about subscribing, think about liking. I'm not telling you what to do. And honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just putting this out because I enjoy it, and this is a topic that I seriously wanted to talk about. So your support would be appreciated, but if you're not interested, don't support what you're not interested in, okay? I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Alright everybody, I've been Artemis Abaddon. If you want to know where I've been, state of this channel, and things like that, while I'm putting out a Destiny gameplay instead of No Man's Sky, I can put it in the description or make a video on it soon. Just let me know what you guys want. At any rate, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck out there. See you next time.
Bring me your friends. I need more like you. This is beautiful. You continue to be my greatest success, Guardian.